England at Euro 2024. Guys, it's been a struggle so far. I think for all of us watching the European Championship so far, for England, it's been appalling. A lot of people, even neutrals, have said that watching England has probably been one of, some of the worst games in the tournament so far. And personally, I can't disagree. The question here is, can England go far in the tournament? How far can they go? Can they go and win it? There's a lot of questions about England. You've got to question the teams that we're playing against. I think it's a bigger concern that we're playing some of these quote unquote smaller nations. Obviously, we're playing Slovakia in the next round, in the round of 16. And it's a big problem because, we played Slovenia, we drew 0-0, we played Denmark, we drew 1-1, and we just about beat Serbia. So there's nothing really too positive to go off so far, other than the fact that we managed to somehow win the group. We have managed to get ourselves on a good side of the draw and with a relatively nice path to the final, with the exceptions of a very informed Austria side, an Italy side that can cause problems, and possibly the Netherlands as well if they manage to turn things around. But let's be honest, the Netherlands are in a very similar problem, a similar situation to us. So for England, what have been the big problems? The big problems have been, in my opinion, first and foremost, Southgate does not know his best starting 11. He's looking at this team. I think he's too afraid to make changes, game on game. We played against Denmark. We were very shy. We were very weak in that game. We scored the first goal, and in the first sort of 15, 20 minutes, we looked really good. We seemed to press them very high. We seemed to cause them a lot of problems, and we looked like we were full of confidence. But as soon as we scored that goal, we dropped deep. We did the exact same thing against Serbia. We invited pressure. We gave them more control of the ball and generally control of the game. And they, given the quality that Denmark have, made us pay. This happens, whenever you play against a good team, especially at international level. Everyone wants to impress, everyone wants to do well, both for themselves personally, but also for their country. And Slovakia will have the same thing. Slovakia, aren't exactly known for how they perform on an international stage, but they will all have that united goal. They will see what Iceland did back in 2016, and they will want to replicate that because right now England are there to be had. Anyone could look at this England team and think, right, we can beat them, and that's a shocking thing to say, given the players that we have, given the quality that's in this team, and we need to improve. We need to sort it out. We need to find a way to make it work. The biggest problem within the team is the fact that we don't have a natural left back. And this is only our problem. We can't blame it on anyone else other than ourselves. We, when I say we, I mean Gareth Southgate. When he picked the team, he knew that he wasn't selecting a proper, fully fit left back in the squad. You have Luke Shaw, who hasn't played a full 90 minutes in months, really. You've got Kieran Trippier, who can play there. But with Kieran Trippier, he's a very good defensive player, but he's not left footed. He can't get up the pitch. He can't connect well with whoever's playing left wing, which in this case is Luke Shaw. And ultimately, it's going to cause us problems, especially the further we go in this tournament and the teams that we play in this tournament as well. We've seen in these games, whenever we get forward, it's always down the right hand side with Walker, with Saka, and then it's just very lopsided. We're not able to get the ball. Even in that last game against Slovenia, we see Phil Foden, who's been criticised for not getting on the ball. I mean, the poor lad, what is he supposed to do? He hasn't got any support from left back because Kieran Trippier is not natural in that position. So he's trying to come more into the centre of the pitch, which, in my opinion, is becoming much easier for opposition to defend because if you've got everyone over flooding the midfield, fine, we'll just put more players in that midfield as well. So England have got a big, big problem there that they need to address. Obviously, Luke Shaw could be back for this game against Slovakia, but does that solve all of our problems? Personally, I don't think so. I think Luke Shaw, whilst obviously there's no doubt about his quality, like I said, this is a player that hasn't played a full 90 minutes of football, in months. There's no saying that he'll be able to play first and foremost for a long period of time in this game against Slovakia, but also to be able to play at a high level in this game against Slovakia. Is that going to be a problem? I think it will be. I think also in the midfield. Let's be honest, whenever we've played in the last few games, when passes haven't quite made it to the man that we need it to, Bellingham, Rice, even Trent, or whoever's played in that middle of the park, their passes have been sloppy. They've been backwards. There's not been too many positive, attacking passes really being made throughout the games here, and you can see that the body language is a big problem here. You can see someone like Bellingham, who's shown that he's got such an impressive mentality for such a young kid. He's not looking that same player for Real Madrid that what he can be for England, and it's causing problems for us. So Southgate, in these next few days between now and Slovakia, has a lot to change. Obviously, Harry Kane is a big problem as well. A player who, as we all know, loves to get on the ball. He's a very good passer of the ball. Isn't really causing much problems for defence because naturally, as the team isn't really attacking so much, it means that Harry Kane's just trying to add his part to the game. He's trying to have some sort of influence, but it means that we've got nothing really attacking their defense. We saw against Denmark, their defenders basically had no pressure the entire game until Ollie Watkins came on, someone who can run in behind, he can drop deep, he gives you different options. And then, we also don't really have the players who can thread in those balls to a runner like Ollie Watkins. The guys, there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues going on right now. There's a lot of things that Southgate needs to sort out, he needs to address in these next few days against Slovakia. As we all know, these games in the group stage were far from impressive, extremely disappointing. Um, I think even if the results stayed the same and we create more chances, we look like a better team, the mindset for England fans would be completely different because you can see what we're trying to do. The problem at the moment is we don't know what we're trying to do. There's no tactical identity. The big problem as well in all of this is if the opposition scores the first goal, do we as a team have an answer to that? Do we have a plan B, a plan C? My big issue here is we don't even have a plan A. So guys, let me know what you think down below. I'd love to talk about it with you guys, especially in the build up to the game against Slovakia. We all know that England have a lovely looking route to the final. It's a lot easier than the other side. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below as we get into this. Can England go all the way? The obvious answer is no. But can Southgate and can the team turn things around going into that game against Slovakia? A big win in this game would massively help the confidence, the morale, the motivation to then go on to play potentially Italy in the semi-final. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace out.